Good evening, I'm Kofi Mensah, and this is chale.news. Tonight, the IGP ordered to pay up after police beat and arrested journalists at a protest. Accra floods again, barely 48 hours after the June 3 disaster. The OSP, Ghana's anti-corruption office, can't step inside a single courtroom. And we end on something that'll warm your heart. Stay with me. Let's start here, because this one is personal for every Accra resident. Just 2 hours of rain on June 5, barely 48 hours after the deadly June 3 floods, and the city was underwater again. The Kwame Nkrumah interchange. Kanchi market traders hit for the second time in days. Commuters stranded overnight, 2 hours, the same city, the same failure. Landmark ruling today. Ghana's High Court has ordered the IGP to pay 150,000 Ghanaian cedis in damages and issue a formal apology, after finding that police unconstitutionally arrested, assaulted and detained 2 journalists and a democracy activist during the 2023 #Occupy Julobi House protest. Justice Nana Brew called the officers' conduct unprofessional and found 4 constitutional violations. Accountability, in writing. The OSP crisis keeps developing, and the latest update is almost unbelievable. Ghana's anti-corruption office is still frozen out of every courtroom in the country. Its Supreme Court bid to reclaim prosecutorial powers has stalled because it never properly served documents on one man, Peter Hyde. No new hearing date. All corruption cases still on ice, a paperwork slip. The anti-LGBTQ bill is back on President Mahama's desk. Parliament passed it a second time on May 29. He promised to sign it during the 2024 campaign, but his position has softened since. The Constitution gives him more than a binary choice, and every option carries political cost. Full breakdown of what he can do and what it means on chale.news. While that decision sits with the President, Communications Minister Sam George told a conference in Accra today that homosexuality is a mental aberration and that gay people should receive psychiatric treatment, citing classifications that the world's leading health bodies abandoned decades ago. A sitting minister. June 5, 2026. The Ghana High Commission in South Africa has released its final evacuation list. Approximately 680 Ghanaians flying home this weekend, around 340 on Saturday, another 340 on Sunday. This follows renewed xenophobic attacks targeting African nationals. They are coming home. On the money side, the Bank of Ghana has pumped $460 million into back-to-back FX auctions over 2 days to slow the Cedi's slide. The currency lost 4.6% in May alone and is currently sitting at 11.72 to the dollar. Traders say the intervention helps, but corporate demand for foreign currency is still high. Watch this space. The GRA is connecting 15 government databases, DVLA, Immigration, the Registrar General and more, into one unified tax system. The goal, catch businesses and individuals slipping through the net. Commissioner General Anthony Sarpong made the announcement today. If you've been off the radar is getting bigger. Ghana has signed a technology transfer deal with Indonesia's PT Biopharma to produce its first locally made vaccine, a tetanus diphtheria jab, by 2027. It's the first concrete milestone in Ghana's $50 million self-sufficiency push ahead of the 2030 Gavi deadline. Historic. Health Minister Kwabena Minta Akando is asking Ghanaians to stop shaking hands. The WHO has declared the DRC Ebola outbreak a global health emergency, and while Ghana has no confirmed cases, officials say acting early is the whole point. Suspend the handshake, for now. Vice President Nana Akufo-Addo visited the Tudu fire scene today, bringing mattresses, blankets and supplies. The Ministry of Interior also announced 15,000 Ghanaian cedis cash support per affected family, a significant jump from AMA's earlier 1,000 Ghanaian cedis payout. She's also ordered a full structural assessment of the damaged property. 2 mob killings, 2 days. A man in his 30s was beaten to death by residents in the Kaukau Eastern region today, 1 day after a teenager was killed in a shanty. No arrests in either case. This pattern cannot be ignored. The FBI has named 5 Ghanaians, including socialite Trica, in a $15 million romance scam that allegedly defrauded over 130 Americans. 3 suspects were detained in the US this week. Trica and a 5th suspect are in Ghana, facing extradition proceedings. Read the full story on chale.news. 17 goals, 4 assists, no nomination. Antoine Semenyo had a Premier League season that most strikers would dream about, and the PFA left him completely off the Players' Player of the Year shortlist. Ghanaian fans are rightfully furious. We end tonight where the whole country is smiling. Okomfo Kwadee turned 45 today. The images from his all-white birthday celebration, calm, healthy, surrounded by loved ones and industry friends, are making a lot of Ghanaians emotional. And honestly, they should. Happy birthday, legend. Happy birthday. That's your evening digest, Chale. Every story we covered tonight has a full report waiting for you at chale.news. I'm Kofi Mensah. Take care of yourselves out there.